let's do a follow along. I know you guys are working on learning Scratch, and I know it's a lot, so I figured, hey, let's make something together, and we can do that, and you can follow along with me and figure out how to do some of the things along with me. So, first off, your kids are going to write a script, right? Write their thing. They're going to do that. And then we're just going to turn this into a little story time. So first thing we got to do is create our game or get started or story. So we hit create, and this brings up this. On the left here, we've got all of our block coding, all of our actions that we're going to be taking. Right? There's a lot of them. Okay, we've got costumes in here, which you can check out the different suits they have. Sounds, if we decide that we want to create a sound. Okay, we've got our, this is where we put our stuff, right? So we've got in here, we can take this and drop it in, and this is where all these things happen. And then this is where you get to see what actually happens. That's like your show. We have our characters here. We can choose them by going down here. We don't have to click. We just hover over it, and then we can choose one. Same thing with a backdrop. Okay, I don't want this character here, so I'm going to delete him. Okay, so one of the first things we need to do is drop in a character. We're going to choose a sprite. So we can choose a sprite here or here. Okay, I think I'm going to have Abby as a character. Okay, and we can see all of her different things that she can do. And then we can also drop in a second one. Let's do Avery over here so that we've got two characters here. Oh, I don't know what the heck happened there. I'm going to do Command Z. Here, let's do this. Delete her. That was kind of weird, but whatever. Boom. We can drag her over here. And we've got this character over here. Now, we also want to get a background in here. So I've got this background here. Choose backdrop. My character's first one is going to be in a bedroom. Oop, there we go. Now we've got a character here and a character here. And one of the things that I also think we should do is when you have a character and you know you're going to be doing something with them, we know that we want to be able to reset it. And once you have the characters move and do things, they're stuck in those new positions. So the way to combat that is if you go over here and you've got a X and Y position, so where they're going to be at. I know I'm going to move them left and right, so I can do this. If you notice, this character is at 87, -11 here, and these over here, you notice I move my character, right? Oop, sorry. I have the other character, sorry. This character here, I move them. Notice these things down here move. If I want them to go back, I just click on this. So when you have them where you want to go, if you know you're going to move them, do something like that. I also know that I'm going to change the way they look. I'm going to have a different costume, so I've got a costume here, right? This one, we'll change it to that one, but I don't want that. I'm going to start with my Abby A here, and I do that. So anytime I change their costumes, so let's say this one right here, right? So I've changed their costume throughout it, and I've now moved her over here. I need to edit some more, and I want it to go back to where it was. I can click this, and now she's back where she is. We could just do the same thing here with Avery here, right? So we could put this in here, switch that to Avery A, because that's the one we want. I go up here, and I want her, I know she's going to be right there. I put that here. And now anytime I move her, right? Now say she moved over here, and I've got a costume, and she's in that costume. If I want to reset these things, I can just click that, and it'll put everything back to where it was. Okay? So we have a way to reset all of our stuff. Also, we have our backdrop here. We have our our bedroom, right? Go in here, and I think we're going to go out to, let's say, a baseball field. Now, I picked my baseball field. I'm like, oh no, how do I get back to my other one? Again, you can go to here, and I can switch to backdrop as well. So I know I had bedroom. That's where I wanted to go. I can click on that. Now we're back in the bedroom. Even if I'm working on this character, I can also do that as well. Switch to bedroom. And if I'm on one of the other ones, I can always click on it. So now I'm set to reset all of my stuff, and I've got my characters in here. So my characters are going to say something, and we know that these characters are going to have a chat, and we're going to click this, start it, and it's just going to play out as a story. So when they go to say things, or here, let's do our events here. We're going to say when I click and it starts, this is going to start off the whole thing. I am on my character Avery here, and I want her to say something. So I'm going to go here, and there's say hello, but if you click on this one and you put it out there, what happens is you click it, it says hello, and it doesn't ever go away. We don't want that, okay? So we want to say hello for just a few seconds and have it go away. So do one of these, 1, 2, now it goes away, and the other person can do their things. So we're going to be using these for it to start and then go away. Okay. The first thing that we have is this person is going to say, hey, do you want to play catch today, right? So I go in here, I click that in there, I could paste it, and she says, do you want to play catch today? I run this, hey, do you want to play catch today? It runs for 2 seconds, goes away. Maybe I want to do this for a little bit longer because kids read slow sometimes. I also, it's like when I start it, I don't want it to just autoplay that. I also like to do these, especially when I just start it, give kids time to ooh, hey, there's a thing. So I do a wait 1 second thing, and that gives it a brief, like I click it and it just doesn't start, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't ready. So click it, wait 1 second, now I'm ready. Do you want to play catch today? Goes for 3 seconds, disappears, right? So now we've said something, but now this other person over here is also supposed to say something. And one way to do that is by having these things, I think it's an event called a broadcast. And we're going to broadcast something, and then we're going to have the other characters say something back. So we're going to do this. I'm going to put in a wait 1 second thing so that it's not absolutely immediate. We're going to broadcast. Right now we have broadcast message 1 here. We go over here, and once I click start, I have her talking, right? But if I put something on her and say when I click, she's just going to start as well. We don't want that. We want her to have a thing that she says. So we're going to receive that broadcast. So when I receive the message 1 that she has in here, that's going to allow her to say something back as well. So she broadcasts, she does these things, and she doesn't start her next thing until she receives that message. And the reason I'm doing this is if we tried to just time this out and just wait, because you could just say, hey, say it for 3 seconds, and then do a wait for 3 seconds, and then have the other person then say the things. But there's a lot of timing things that you have to do for this, and that's annoying. So we're just going to broadcast and receive, and we don't have to wait for anything. Okay? So we have a when I receive, we are going to go over here and say something. And remember, we're going to say it for X amount of seconds. Okay? So now we have our script over here, and she's going to say, yes, I brought my baseball, right? So I go in here and I paste that, yes, I brought my baseball. And now you can see that it starts, hey, do you want to play catch today? And then it's going to broadcast, and she's going to say, yes, I brought my baseball, right? And then it's going to go away. And what we're going to do is we're going to do just like a kind of like a series of back and forth, right? So she says that. Let's go back to our script here. It says, then they walk to the door. Mia walked to the door. So I'm going to have this character. We'll call her the Mia one. Okay. And let's go back here. And we're going to broadcast that she's done with that. Okay. So she's going to broadcast, and we're going to say a new message. And we'll just call this message 2, so we can kind of do an order for this. And after she gets done saying her thing, she can receive message 2, and then she can start walking. Now, you notice she's facing this way, right? And she's got her hands up. Maybe let's see if we can change that to where her she's different, right? So we can switch costume, right? And we'll switch to B here, and that'll make her do that, right? We're gonna click this real quick, bloop, so we can start over, right? Because I just made an edit, and I want to do it from how it's supposed to be. So we're going to switch to costume B here, and after and after we do that, so she's going to put her arms down. I just want want you to know that I guess if we wanted to do this here, we can start to move 10 steps. Now, when we're moving 10 steps, if you see this, right, you click it, and she just moved to the right, right? We could just put in here, like 50 steps, right? We say switch, and now she's moved there, right? We don't want to do that. She moved like really fast. So maybe we want to do something like a glide, right? So we can do glide 1 second to the space, right? So let's have her go to, here, let's put her back here. And then we want her to go to the left a little bit, and the Y position. So we know that the Y is negative 43, right? If you look at this is an axis, quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on the negative axis here. So we want to go left. To go left, we want to go negative. If we want to do right, we want to go that way, right? And it's already at negative 153. So let's just take a guess here and say negative 200. And let's give her 2 seconds and see what happens, right? So we can just click this to test it out, and she's walking away like that. See, I like that. That's pretty good. And she can stop there, but notice she kind of went backwards there. So maybe we need to change his costumes. We could be on her, and what we can do here is make her turn around. So this is the one that I kind of want her to walk on. And again, 2-finger click and duplicate here. Now that's costume number 3, and I can flip her this way. So what we could do is switch her costume to face that way, and then turn. So I'm going to say this is Avery. Oh, B2 apparently. So we can switch this like this, and now I can do this, and now she's walking that way, right? So that's how we end up doing something like that. So she walks over to the side like that, and she walks through the door, and she says, let's go to the baseball field, right? So I can then put up another here. I'm going to set an event here. We're going to broadcast something new, and we're going to do a third message, message 3. And all this is going to do is tell her to say the new thing after she's done. So she's going to receive message 3 here, and when she does that, she's going to say something. She's going to say something here, and the thing she's going to say is, let's go to the baseball field, right? So boom, let's go to the baseball field, and we'll say that for 3 seconds, right? So let's play this out. She's back at where she's supposed to be. She goes, hey, do you want to play catch today? Hey, yes, I brought my baseball. She walks that way, stops at the door. Let's go to the baseball field, right? And maybe I want her to start walking too, right? So let's go to the baseball field. I want her to start walking. I'm going to have her wait 1 second afterwards. Then I'm going to also have her do that, right? So I'm going to have her start walking. But notice all of her stuff is... Ooh, I like that one here. Let's do that real quick. Okay, all right. So when she says, let's go to the baseball field, I want to change her costume. Switch to costume. Let's see. Which one was that? C. And then say, let's go to the baseball field. Let's test it out. Let's go to the baseball field. Cool. She's excited about it, right? Okay. Now, wait 1 second. I do want her to turn. So let's have her turn. So let's duplicate this one. 2-finger click. Duplicate it. Flip horizontal. That is now apparently Abby D2. So I'm going to switch costume to Abby D2. And I can now make her move. Now, she's going to glide as well, right? We'll glide her. But, so we need to make her go to the left. Where was she at this one? She's at negative 200 now. So I can have her kind of do something like that. But we can also cut before it gets that far. Okay? So let's go negative 1. Let's go 120, something like that. So you just have to go all the way before we're like, hey, let's move to the next thing. And also, after we've done that, I want her to move down a little bit too. So where's she at? She's at negative 43. Okay, so I wanted her also move down so we can make her negative 43. Okay, so we can test this out by clicking it. So we click it. She goes, let's go to the baseball field. She's going to rotate. Whoa, she went way too fast, right? So this is called debugging. We test these out to make sure that they do it right. So we're not going to glide for 1 second. Let's glide for 3 seconds and try that out again. Okay, so let's click it again. Let's go to the baseball field. She's going to walk as well. And by the time she gets there, we can be done. And we can do a scene change here. Okay, so she gets to there. We do our thing. We can switch backdrop here. And we can switch it to baseball 1. So let's try that again. Boom. Hey, let's go to the baseball field. She turns, starts to walk, and boom, she gets to the baseball field. Now, one of the issues here is that now we are kind of stuck. All right, I got this weird there right there. So really what we're going to do is we're going to have to put them kind of in a new position here. Okay? Let's say that we're going to broadcast something, and that's going to tell both of them. All right, so we're going to broadcast. Let's do a new message, and we're doing a message 4. And what's cool about this, the reason I love broadcasting, is that when you broadcast, you can then make multiple people do things at the same time because we're broadcasting mission 4 here. So I really want her to go over here. To do that, I can go down here and receive, right? Let's go down here a little bit and let's receive message 4. And when I do that, I want to move her over to here. So let's find out where that is. And I can do that just by moving her over here. And I can check my X and Y coordinates, right? So I got that there. And then I can say, instead of glide to, I can just say go to. And notice it's already put that there for me. So I'm going to say go to this position. And now I can also set, if I want to test things out here over and over, I can drop one of these out here as well. And I can pick which costume I want her to be in. Okay, so switch to costume. And what costume do I want? Let's test it out. Nope. Don't like her facing that way. Nope. Don't like her facing that way. Nope. Nope. You know what? The best one is just going to be this one, where she's facing that direction. But we do need our other friend here as well. Okay? Let's do that. So we can say Avery here. She's going to also receive the message 4, right? Because that's the one we just created. And now they're both going to change at the same time. And I want her to be here. So I can say go to, and it's already done for me here because I put her there. Go to that position. And we are going to have a costume. Let's just do regular costume B here. We do boom. right there. And you know what? Let's do Avery A. I like that one. Okay, so switch to Avery A. So if we start this whole thing, okay, let's see what happens here. Oops. So notice I made a mistake here, right? You can stop it. Is I don't have start the backdrop in here, so I might want to go over here and redo the backdrop and redo positions and everything, or where they're supposed to start. So I can go over here. Oh, here. Click here. Go to her. Click her first one there. And let's go to bedroom 3, right? So one of the things that we can do here then is go back and debug, switch to backdrop here. So when we start this whole thing, let's see, she's the one that starts it off. I can, nope, here we go. Say, hey, we are going to switch to backdrop, let's see, bedroom. So we're going to start it no matter what. I can say that I want her position to be that, and I want her to be on that costume, so that if we ever end this, we can just be there. So boom, and looks, we'll do costume Avery A. Okay, switch to costume Avery A, and then when I start this whole thing off, it'll auto put her in that. Okay. All right. Same thing with Abby though. So I can do a, let's see, when we start this whole thing, we can put her there as well, so that no matter what, even if we've played around, done some other things, I can say go to this position, okay, and I want her to be in, switch to costume. Let's see, what costume is that? Is she currently in at the moment? A. And I can do Avery A. And so no matter what, how far we're into everything, right? So let's go down here. Let's see, as if she's, let's do that one, boom, she's there. And let's say message 4, boom, she's there. And nope, we are in the baseball. Let's switch this one to baseball, right? Let's say we're here already, right? Let's say we're here and I still want to restart it and I want to try it out. Since I've put all those things in when click, it puts everything back here and allows me to do that. So if you have your kids testing things out and you also want them to go back and switch all those things, you can manually do it, but you can also put it on when you click in there too, and that's kind of like a debug thing. So they move there, now they're at this new spot, right? So now we're at the new spot where we move to here, and they both do that after they received message 4. So let's see where we're at. They went to the baseball field. All right, so we have let's see, they're I think gonna do a baseball, right? So we need them to throw a baseball, right? So we go in here, I click here, now we've got a baseball. That baseball's massive, right? I can always go in here and change the size. That's 100%. Let's go call it 50%, and it's a lot smaller. Maybe it's a softball, who knows, right? And one of the things, let's put it in your hand. But if we start this whole thing and I click go again and we're starting from the beginning, that baseball is still there. That's not good. We don't want it there, right? So it's going to go through all the stuff, but you just got a random baseball just floating around, and that's not good, right? So what we want to do is we want to hide it. We go into our looks here and we can hide it. So I'm on the ball here and I click hide and boom, now it's gone. But I want it to show in this, right? I want it to be able to see it. So I'm going to go to the events so that when we start it, so I don't have to worry about it, I'm just going to hide it here. But what I can do is when it receives that 4th message that we made earlier, I can then show it right here. Go all the way back up here, and we can click show so that when it receives that message and we go through that, right? So I go here again. Again, I'm just debugging, just seeing what's going right and what's going wrong, and then what I need to do. So now it's gone because I hit it when we started. Okay. They go through all their stuff, go through here, they do message 4, and message 4, boom, says, hey, show right here. If I want it to start there, right, I need to make sure that I have one of these out, right? So I have that, and that way I know that I'm going to be just changing the position. So if I ever wanted to go back there to kind of debug and test things out, I know that I'm going to just kind of have it do this right here, okay? Okay, just click that, and let's say I move it, and I'm like, oh crap, I got to start over. Boom. Always goes back there, right? Let's see. How about I do this too? And put that there, and we'll put out another one over here. And that way, when it starts, it'll auto go to there, even after we've moved it around a few times. Okay? So she's got the ball in her hand. And so they went to the baseball field. There she goes, I will throw the ball. Super simple stuff, right? Nothing crazy. So receives that, shows it, and let's wait 1 second just so that we're not jarring everybody, and then we're gonna have her say something again. Okay, she's going to say something, and I want to do it for a certain amount of time. So click in there. It's gonna say that for, let's say, 2 seconds. So I click on this, I go boom, show, I will throw you the ball. Oh, crud. I don't want to do that. To get rid of things, we just throw it over here. Right, we don't want the ball to say it, we want Avery to say it. So receives, switches to that. Let's go again, wait 1 second, and then we'll try this, and then say that thing. And boom, click in there, I will throw the ball. So I receive it, she gets it, I will throw you the ball. Okay? And she's going to say, okay, I will try to catch it. So after she gets done saying that, okay, so what we need to do is go down here, and we need to broadcast a new thing so that we know when she's done talking, she can say something. So we'll go down here, new message, message 5, okay, and we go over to her, and she's going to receive message 5. And after she receives it, she's going to say something as well. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, I will try to catch it. All right, and she's going to say that for 2 seconds, right? So that we can go back over here and test that out. She's going to see that. I will throw you the ball. She gets done talking. Okay, I will try to catch it. Right? So now what are we doing here? And Mia, okay, threw the ball. Okay, so we want Mia to throw the ball. So we're going to now go over to here, and let's see. She's done talking, right? So after she's done talking, we can broadcast a new message. Okay, message 6. Okay, and the ball then gets that message and receives message 6, and then we are going to glide across the screen here and get to her. Okay, so let's do motion. Okay, we're going to glide. Okay, and it's going to go from here and here. Let's do this. We know where do we want it. We are going to put it here. Right, so we're going to glide to there, and since I moved it early, I now can just click this and it's going to glide there. Okay, let's see, it's going to glide all the way there once it receives it. Okay, so now let's do this, put it back there, and I'll go over to here, and she's going to say that, she's going to boom, okay, I will try to catch it. And then bloop, she threw the ball, right? I guess we need her to, catch it now, right? So it says, I'll try to catch it, message 6 here. Okay, so we can actually use that to change her up. And at the same time as the ball's moving, we can change her to something else. We'll do message 6 here, and we can do both the ball and her at the same time. It's super great. let's do looks, and we're going to switch to a costume here. And which costume do we want? Was D2? No, this is the one we're on. A. Nope, don't like that one. B. Nope, we don't want her to be thinking as she gets hit in the face. There we go. Maybe she can catch it with her hands like that, right? Now, one thing is I don't like this C here, right? I don't like that because she's facing the other direction. So we're going to go in here, and we are going to, again, two-finger click, duplicate that, move that down to the bottom, and we're just going to flip her here. And now I can go here and do C2, right? So we're going to go back. That's where she was. She can, let's see, Avery. Let's do the ball. Let's move it, pick it, go back to here, and she's going to say, okay, I'll try to catch it, and hopefully the ball moves, and then she changes herself, and then she catches it. Okay, okay, I'll try to catch it. Okay, changes, boom. All right, let's see. I see that this position isn't close enough. Let's see if we can make it to where that ball ends here. Okay, and so when we are doing this, I know that this is 159 and 10. So when she receives that message, we want it to glide to 159. And again, this is just debugging, just testing it out. I'm going to put that back to there, and we're going to just do this one. Okay, I'll try to catch it. Boom. Now she went to the exact right place that we want it to, right? Okay, so she did that. And again, let's try that again. Let's go put the ball back. She's going to say, okay, I will catch it. Hopefully she changes into her other. There you go. Boom, and catch it, right? Now that she catches it, right? So we move that. After we do that and the ball moves to where it needs to be, we can also broadcast the next thing. Okay, and then so the other person says, nice throw. So she gets done with that. Okay, so let's broadcast that again. I know there's a ton of broadcasting. I know. So we can broadcast new message 7, but really broadcasting makes it to where you don't have to time anything out. Okay, and she's going to receive, right? So receive message 7, and as she receives message 7, okay, she's going to then say, you know, night, oh my God, nice throw, right? And she's going to say that, says nice throw, and then now she can say something, and again, we just do another one of these, broadcast new message, message 8, and she's going to receive it this time. When I receive message 8, she's going to talk, and again, it's really simple, but it does take a lot of time, right? That's the one part about all this, is you're building out and telling it what to do. So she's going to receive that and say nice throw, right? So, hey, I'll throw you the ball. She threw it. She caught it. I'll try to catch it. Boom, she catches it, and after she does that, she says nice throw. And then she's oh, she doesn't say nice throw. I don't want her to say nice throw. I want her to say thanks. Now it's your turn, right? That's what we want. We always test it out. Thanks. Now it's your turn. We always test things out in small little parts, right? So that we make sure that it does the thing that it's supposed to do. I'll throw you the ball. Okay, I'll try to catch it. Nice throw. She got it. Thanks. Now it's your turn. And she's going to now throw the ball back, right? Now it's your turn. So basically we are going to broadcast, okay? Where are we on? message 9. Oh my god. Message 9. Okay. And we're going to throw the ball, right? So when we receive message 9, right? Then the ball is then going to move. We're going to glide over to the other side, right? So we want it to glide from here over to there, and we're going to say give it about let's do 2.5 seconds, right? We can do that. Okay, and I can just drag it over here. Okay, and that goes to there, and we know that it's at negative 117 and 27, so we can say negative 117 and 27. That's where I want it to go. Okay, and so let's go to here. That's where it was before. We can go back and test this one out. We can let's see, is that the one? Yep, that's how she was. She was like that. Ball's there. We can test this out here. We can say, where did she say? Switch costume. Alright, I'll throw you the ball. So we click on this. She's going to say, oh, I will throw you the ball. Let's test it out. She says, okay, I'll try to catch it. She's going to put that. Boom. She goes, nice throw. She goes, now thanks, it's your turn. And she throws it. That's really slow, but it got to the spot that we wanted, right? So let's debug this. Let's go 2 seconds, right? That's going to be an appropriate time for that. Okay, and let's see what else we had here. Now it's your turn. She throws the ball, and she goes, that was a good throw. So we're going to do that. It's going to go to where it needs to be. Again, broadcast. I think we're on 10 now. Woo! Message. So we got message 10. You can actually call these whatever you want. You call it ball throw, whatever you want. Right? So that sends that out. And after she gets it, she can go here. Oop. Let's go when I receive. Which one did we just do? Man, message 10, right? She received message 10. And we go over here. And she's going to say, I'm just going to put this down here just so that I can keep them in order. And she's going to say, that was a good throw. Boom. It's going to say that was a good throw. And then the other lady's going to say, baseball is more fun with a friend. Okay? So, just going to broadcast again. Okay, broadcast again. Now, of course, if somebody's saying something back to back with themselves, like say something and say something again, you don't have to broadcast anything. You could just have them just say the next thing, right? So, message. Oh my God, is it 11? I hope I did the right one. So, message 11. Okay, she's going to broadcast. That was a good throw. She's going to receive message 11. She's going to receive message 11. And she is going to say, okay, she's going to say baseball is more fun with a friend. Okay, and we'll broadcast, I think one last time, broadcast, and we're going to call this message 12. Okay, and I'm going to have her say something for her message. Message 12. And she is going to say something. And she's going to say, let's play again tomorrow, because she loves this game. Okay? It's so fun. She's going to say that for 2 seconds. But guess what? I can also have her do something with the ball, too, at the same time, right? So when she receives, what message was that? 12, oh my God. Message 12 here. Then the ball can do something as well. And I'm going to do a motion with it, right? Let's do glide to, right? So she gets done saying that. glide. Let's do 1.5 seconds. Let's just say she drops the ball. Boom, it goes to there on the ground. I know that's negative 116 to negative 114. So negative 116 to negative 114. Okay. And let's change her what she's doing. So let's take that off real quick. And I want her to look a little different because she just dropped it. Switch to different costume. Which costume do I like? Let's do, Avery A. Let's do that one. Was that already Avery A? Let's go Avery B. Boom. Okay. And the ball drops. And what we can do now is we can test it all out. And because on each of these, I'm going to set them where to go and what it should look like when we do that, right? Where to be and where to look at the beginning. Everything should always reset to how it first started, right? So when I click, hide it, put it in that spot. Click her, switch backdrop, so we know that it's going to go to the right backdrop. Put her in the right spot, put her in the right costume. And same with her. When clicked, put her there into that costume, and then it should do all the other stuff because I set it to start that way. Now let's test it out. Hopefully we don't have any more debugging afterwards. So here we go. And there, hey, do you want to play catch today? And she says, yes, I brought my baseball. She walks over to the door. She goes, let's go to the baseball field. She's excited. She turns around, glides over there like a vampire, switch to a new place. I will throw you the ball, so it's a new place. She's got a ball. They're doing that. Boom, she throws it. She catches it. She says, nice throw. Ooh, thanks. Now it's your turn. She throws it back, apparently really slowly. She says, that was a good throw. Baseball is more fun with a friend. Let's play again tomorrow. That was the slowest drop ever. So let's debug that one last time here. So it's going to glide for 0.5 this time when it falls. And let's see when she is here. Nope, when the ball is thrown. Let's see, which one is this one? Let's put the ball back. Right? Which one is that one? That goes to there. Boom. That's the one. That's the slow one. That's 2 seconds. Let's do that as 1 second. Okay, so boom, the ball goes there. Let's do this. Boom. Whoa. That was weird. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's how I like it. And then it falls. Okay. Ah. Okay. So let's stop and we're going to start playing from the beginning. There we go. Do you want to play catch today? Yes, I brought my baseball. Walks over to the door. Hey, let's go to the baseball field. She's excited about it. Switches costumes, walks over. Boom, now they're at the baseball field. She's got a ball. Hey, I will throw you the ball. Okay, I will try to catch it. She throws it. Boom, catches it. Nice throw. She goes, thanks, now it's your turn. She throws it back. That was a good throw. Baseball's more fun with a friend. Let's play again tomorrow. Drops it. Boom. The only issue I have is this last one. Is maybe that last costume change, but also here, can make that capital B. And let's see. Okay, when I see this baseball is more fun with a friend. Okay, let's see this one. Nice throw. Thanks, now it's your turn. Okay. Let's see, move to that spot. So, baseball is more fun with a friend. This is a nice throw. That's fine. I'll leave it like that. And that's how you make one. It's trial and error. It's going back and debugging. One of the biggest things is going back to putting things where if you start it, you put those out for yourself. Also put them out when you first click so that you know when what they're doing, like this one. Hey, when you click that, put it here. And there you go. You should be able to work with your kids on how to make a story. So hopefully you learned something about movement and talking and broadcasting and receiving and resetting, because those are going to be your biggest things. And you know, make sure you're on the right character who's doing the thing that you're doing. If you need to change costumes, you can always in here see how you can, duplicate. And remember, duplicate, and then change it to be able to move them left and right and make those changes. Ooh, let's put it back to here. And yeah, have fun. Make something cool. If you got anything extra special, let me know, and I'll see if I can come over and help you do something extra cool if you want.